Hey everyone, Ian here with Atkins Nature Aquariums, and I'm starting up a stream from a new phone, seeing how things are working, and see if I am able to stream here with decent quality. But, we'll see how it goes. Just kind of doing some tank maintenance on my day off. Thank you everyone for being here. Let's say hi to the people who showed up. We got I Hate Stupid People's Tank Tribe, Stephanie, hello. NKR, what's up? Cooper, Batman, good to see you all here. And let me know if the audio is working all right. So today I moved the Thoracachromis demusii cichlids to a holding tub and moved the red Turkana jewel cichlid in with the Central Americans because he was just on a rampage on everyone. So in the tank now are the Enigma Tachromis leucanusi, or the pelvic chromis bluefin cichlid, and I've kind of rescaped it and got it set up to where they could breed in there. I put a few bristlenose plecos from my grow out tank downstairs. Sean S, what's up, buddy? Petro Man, thank you NKR for smacking that like button. Bring that a little bit down. Well, thank you NKR. So this is a 29-gallon. Made a big mess on the table. Yeah, pretty much just added more dragonstone, a little apisto, Crebenza's hide. Yeah, there's some algae in here, but you know, algae is everywhere, and I think it's because I didn't have any algae eaters in here for a while. That's why it's building up like this. So hopefully the bristlenose plecos will do their job. And there's some really tall jungle val in here. I'll show you how tall it is. Just straight up out of the tank. Man, jungle val will grow yards, I tell you. Nice. Want to get to 510. And I'll probably look you up after the stream and See what you got. Tom, Swampy Acres, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I like this new skate. It's got more texture to it, more color. I like that I moved the sword up to the front. Took out some pearlweed. Pearlweed is probably in every single one of my tanks now, and it just grows super fast. There's one of the Enigma Dichromis right there. That's one of the little males. They don't get much bigger. They'll probably get like that. So 3 of them in this 29 is pretty good, and they should be able to find their own territories. I do know that there are 2 males and 1 female. Oh, I'm doing good, Tom. Just hanging out, got the day off. Yep, no problem, Tom. I know I can trust you. And it is a little murky because of all the moving around and everything. Yeah, sorry for all the dead space. Still trying to get used to the whole streaming and talking thing. After I get this tank filled up, I'll take you guys around the rest of the house and show you all the fish tanks. But a little bit more about this tank. It's got a Aqua Clear 50 hang on back, airstone. I think it's got a 100-watt heater in the back. 40 pounds of Eco Complete at the bottom. Probably about 10 pounds of Dragonstone and a few pieces of wood in there. Some of the plants, there's Crypt Wendetti, Corkscrew Valve, Pearlweed, Anubias, Coppifolia, Crinum calamistratum, Marble Queen Sword, but it's looking a little sad. Some more Pearlweed, Bacopa, Carolinia, which is the one that comes from Carolina. There's Jungle Val, Java Fern, more Crypts and Corkscrew Val. Gonna try and get more in here. What's up, Kenny? Thanks for dropping in, man. Kenny E. Yeah, Kenny, I had to move the jewel cichlid out of here. He became just, I don't know what happened overnight. He had everybody in the corner. So, I don't know. I put him with the centrals, and he's holding his own. I floated him for about half an hour, 40 minutes. Hey, Rocco. Oh, that sounds like fun. Shampooing the carpet in the fish room. See, when we move and I start up my fish room, I'm gonna try and rip up the carpet if it's a concrete floor. But if it's not, then oh well, I'll have to get mats. That's what I'll do because I don't want to be messing with all that crap. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll answer them the best I can. Oh, see, that's thoughtful. Shampooing because he's got allergies. I can see how that happens. A lot of dust and hair and stuff gets trapped in there. Yep. These little bristlenose I've all raised since they were little baby bristlenoses. Not a single long fin, which I find weird. But I mean, it was just regular short fin albino, short fin albino. So the best fish to put in fish tanks. Well, it depends on what kind of fish tank you want. I mean, do you want a community tank or a species only tank or maybe just a big fish tank? See, I would think the best beginner fish would be Medaka rice fish because they don't need a heater, and in my experience, they do not need a filter at all. You just need a light, substrate, and plants, and they will be happy. Yeah, live ones would probably be good too. I'll plug this heater back in. Sit down all the way. Good luck, Rocco. You got this, man. I believe in you. It's hard, I know. I've been trying to quit and got back on them recently again. It's hard, but just take them little steps at a time, and eventually you'll just get the urge to say, no, I don't want to. Hey, Stephanie. Wow, 40 years. It's a long time. Um, but you got this, Rocco. I believe in you. Just try and pick up a different habit of something else. That I heard that if you put a rubber band on your wrist, and every time you get that urge to get a cigarette or want a cigarette, you just pop that rubber band. And I guess over a period of time, that urge goes away because your brain thinks of pain whenever you get the urge of a cigarette. So I don't know if that's true. I haven't really tried it, but maybe that'll help. Hey, little mama. Yep, that'll work too, Rocco. All right, Stephanie. We're almost filled up here. There's a little bit more to go. Fat man. That's so corny. All right, let's take it done. Hey Angus, what's up, buddy? Just got done doing the water change. Now I want to try and hold on. Sorry guys, I'll be back. Just 1 second. I'm gonna try and do something. Go. All right, later, fat man. We'll see you in later, hopefully. All right, should do it. So here is the tank, all rescaped. Moving big fish, huh? Getting the red tail in 75, I hope. There's one of the plecos I moved from downstairs, or two of them. Three. Just grabbed three. That's all I really need. And those are the Enigma Chromis lucanusi, or Pelvic Chromis bluefin, for their common name. I'm really hoping that I can get them to breed. The males, surprisingly, don't have a lot of color. The females, though, they get a very bright pink belly, similar to crebensis, and they spawn similar to crebensis, but they are not crebensis. And the females get a bright blue strip down their fin. These guys are still a little young. I got these from the club. They were just little itty bitty guys. Then here is the Miscellaneous fish tank. It's got rainbow fish, cichlids, barbs, plecos. Kind of not the mix. Oh, Ingram. I moved him from the 55 because, yeah, that tank is just no longer okay for him with the new Jack Dempsey. But he's going to get moved to the 55 soon. And hopefully I can get another one for the Severum, the little rainbow, the Nicaraguensis cichlid. It's hard to pronounce that one. And I want to move the breeding pair of rainbow cichlids with the South American fish. And there's golden wonder tillies in here too. Oh, you lost a fish. What did you lose? There's one of my breeding bristle noses. That's the male that supplied me with all my little baby bristle noses. I did lose the female, but I still got him. And he's got a new female. See her tail sticking out there. Oh, not the baller shark. How's the video coming out for you guys? For me, it's pretty clear. I'm hoping it's clear for you. Alright, let's go see the big guys and some of the little guys. I moved the rainbow cichlids to the 20 long, little baby ones. Sorry for squeaky doors, dude. Alright. Oh, there's some glare. Let me take that off. Yeah, the rainbow cichlids are all up in there now. They're chilling, having a grand old time in this tank. I raised them from little itty bitty free swimming fry in a planted tank, and I moved them to a bare bottom, nothing tub, and they were always scared. So I kind of wanted to put them in here, let them grow out. They're in with the epistogrammas and the cories. And the little snakeskin goby, he's in there too somewhere. He's digging to China again. So many little babies. Getting big. Gonna have to bap some of these guys. Ooh, that's no fun, Tom. There's some panda cories. What up, Cooper? And then in here, I moved the Thoracromis demusii, or the bloodthroat cichlids, just to kind of let them be by themselves. I gotta get another tank for them. I think I might just get a 20 long. And then Here is the 55. Big tank. Biggest tank in this house. It's got a Jack Dempsey, Salvini, Cichlid from Rio Candelaria. Ooh, she's flared. There's a Texas Cichlid and a Parrot Cichlid hybrid. My pair of rainbow cichlids. There's the Turkana I was talking about. He's in here. Smaller Salvini. And there's real plants with some fake plants in here. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I lost connection down here. See, and this is why we're testing it out. Seeing out where the low quality video spots are. Yep, that's the 55. It's filtered with a Aqua Clear 70 and a Cascade 1000. I mean, just got tanks everywhere. Just kind of find a spot and put them. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Alright. Let's go see Mr. Blue. I don't know. My phone wants to mess with me. Okay. So that is Blue, my electric blue Akara. And I'm still treating him for internal parasites. But he is getting further along, and I have been getting him to eat food sometimes. He'll eat live food, no problem, but just trying to get him to eat anything else. I'm still continuing to treat the water with Pro. But he's really starting to lose a lot of color, and I'm worried I'm going to lose him soon. He still kind of knows that. See, he doesn't even do what he used to. He used to come up all the time, and oh, there you go, buddy. Yeah, electric blue cars are awesome fish. If you have a 29-gallon and you just want one fish to be your wet pet, get an electric blue Akara or a blue Akara. They're the same fish, just one's been line bred to have this blue. They are super awesome. And they're pretty readily available, not too hard to find, not too expensive. All right. Then I'm going to keep this on. I was off because of the glare. But this is like a 20-gallon high planted tank with some nano fish. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see them, but right there is the Pygmy Sunfish, the Eliosoma evergladii. They were bred by HC Aqua, and he was gracious enough to send me some. And he was trying to send them for free, but I offered to at least pay for shipping. Because these are amazing fish and really, really easy to keep as well. This tank has no heater, just a sponge filter from Aquarium Co-op, and lots of plants. This sword's starting to grow immersed. It was in my girlfriend's tank, and I told her it's got to get out of that 10-gallon. It's trying to get out of there. It is trying to get out of this 20-gallon still, so. But there's some green tiger barbs in here. And humpback lemurs. And some guppies. That female endler is from my tiger endler line that I had, and I lost all of them. And then there's some coals from the koi tuxedo line that we have still. And there's emerald eye rasboras in here. I moved them from the 20 long into here. As well as celestial pearl danios. Yep, this is a lot of easy plants in here. Some swassertang, pearlweed, hornwort, guppy grass, corkscrew val, Amazon swords, crypts, bacopa. And this corkscrew val is starting to work its way to the front. There's one of its little things. So when it reaches the front, I'm able to kind of just pull it up and bring it back and then trim it from the mother plant off of the runner. And this one's doing the same thing. And I'm subscribed to so many people already. I mean, sub for sub is just kind of pointless. I don't do it anymore. I did at the beginning, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then I was like, this is kind of pointless, and they're not actual viewers. Most of them aren't actual viewers of the channel. And what I want is actual people who enjoy my content for what it is. If you guys are enjoying it at all. I hope you do. Sorry, corkscrew val died. See, I've had very good luck with it. In this tank, it's got a mix of very, very old substrates like Eco-Complete, Fluorite, Fluval Stratum, and then I kind of just capped it with sand and then capped it with some Eco-Complete on top so that these pearlweed, the carpeting part, will get kind of nutrients from the Eco-Complete since its roots don't go very deep. But corkscrew valve likes nutrients in its roots and it likes good light. I usually run this light around 60. So this one I'm able to control up and down. That's 100%. I mean, that really gets light going for the plants. But I'm running 60% for now. And that seems to do everything just fine. All right, Angus. Do what you gotta do, man. Hopefully soon I'm able to, well, my girlfriend is able to sell some of her guppies. Well, we want to sell the pretty much the whole colony, keep a few of them, and sell the rest of the plecos so we can move the tiger barbs and the humpback llamas in her tank. And then that'll free up space in my tank for more nano fish. I'm thinking more kind of Danios. I've seen those hybrid celestial pearl Danios with the Erythromicron Danio, and they look spectacular. I mean, the photos I've seen them just don't do justice. I mean, when you see them in person in a planted tank, they have like these very, very pronounced reds and blues, and the gold dots going down the body are very pronounced. And they're bigger too. I really like this tank. Not much hardscape. There's just one piece of wood with some swasser tang on it. Oh, and my little Betta, he's a tumor Betta, but I love him. Come here, Red. Yes, we have blue, the electric blue Cichlid, and red, the red Betta. I'm very original with names, if you can't tell. Come here, buddy. Yeah, you can see his tumor. It's on his face, but it doesn't impact his eating at all, and he does just fine. But this whole area is kind of a mess, and kind of thinking, ditch this thing, get one of those racks from Home Depot, get some more tanks going for breeding, because I do want to breed more fish. I just don't have tank space. And it doesn't help that I have IC syndrome and I see something and then I buy it, I put it in the tank. Alright, let's go move to the bedroom. My girlfriend redid a couple of her aquariums since the last time I've posted them on my channel. If you guys watch um, Bob's second live stream with me, I showed some of them, but now we've got most of them done. All right. So this is kind of this is my bedroom. We call this the closet fish room. Before we go into the fish room, on my dresser, there's a 10-gallon, a little bowl, and immersed grow setup that I started not too long ago. Oh, that's good to hear, Angus. And this is my girlfriend's pea puffer tank. She loves her puffer fish. And she really, really loves Murphy from Aquarium Co-op. I think she has a slight crush on him. But don't tell her I said that. No, I'm just joking. But these pea puffers will eat Viberbites. And I think that's pretty cool because I've never seen pea puffers on YouTube eat dry foods, such as pellets and flake and stuff like that. So maybe other people have had success with pea puffers in Viberbites. And she rescaped this one, put some new plants in it, cleaned it up a bit. She's got a ceramic frog and a turtle and a mushroom. She likes that kind of stuff. A bunch of Anubias. You're looking to do a plant swap? Well, we've got tons of plants here, no shortage. And then this is my very, very messy fish room. We've got artwork from Priscilla hung up on the walls. I've also got some. Oh, where'd it go? Well, I had artwork of Pam, Punchy Pates. Don't know where that went. But that's the black crown-tail Betta. That's awesome Betta. Osmani Rainbow. No, I have snails in all of my aquariums on purpose. Because snails eat leftover food, they eat decaying plant matter, and they're just really, I think, healthy in a natural tank. Some of my fish won't let me keep snails, like my West African cichlid tank. I don't have any snails in there because they just eat them. And the pea puffer tank. Pea puffers don't have snails either. But these are my girlfriend's line of Japan Blue Double Sword Endler. And some of the males that are starting to develop are looking really nice. Like they've got a really nice dorsal fin. I like that guy with the black spots. This guy's got some yellow coming in. That's pretty cool. Yeah, my girlfriend really, really enjoys guppies. And there's some crypts, Amazon swords. She's got an Amazon sword that threw a spike, and that spike is growing little baby Amazon swords, so she's doing something I haven't done yet. That's pretty cool. And then in here is my girlfriend's new strain of swordtails. She got pineapple swords from the wet spot. And they are pretty cool. Super shy though, for now. We've only had them like maybe a week. They look cool though. And then at the bottom, we have another 10-gallon with swordtails. These guys came as a mix. And these are a couple platies. And, oh, I'm forgetting the name. Harlequin rasboras. Yeah. And then there's this is Ludwigia arcuata. That is a red melon sword. Let's see. That's Crypt Valense. There's a couple of those in here. The stems in the back is Pogostemon erectus. I forget this Anubius. The one Anubius in the back is Gold Coin. And this is Alteranthera Renekii Rotala. And there's a couple bristlenose plecos in here too. Oh, thank you, Bold Mama. Alright. Oh, this is my baby brine shrimp hatchery. Just super simple check valve, metal valve, you know. And then in here is a 20-gallon high with just a crap ton of koi tuxedo guppies. Anybody need some guppies? You got plenty of them. Guppies and plecos. I'm not really shipping right now, so local inquiries only. But soon I should be shipping. But these are, again, my girlfriend's fish. Well, actually, all of these fish in here are my girlfriend's except these plecos. These are mine. Still got a few of them left. And it's just a sponge filter rated for 40 gallons. Oh man, the glare is terrible. Okay, that's a little better. 40-gallon rated sponge filter. Some Brazilian pennywort and pothos. Golden pothos. And duckweed. Thanks, Tom. And we've got a few fish books. I've got The Ecology of the Planted Aquarium, Cichlids of South America, and Fancy Guppies from Stan Schubel. So some pretty cool books. Yes, I am a 21-year-old that still reads books. Leave me alone. And there's a Star Destroyer behind the tank because it was made out of metal and I didn't feel like it was safe to be in the tank. But it still looks pretty cool behind it. You know, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I've literally got all the movies, a bunch of posters. I had a whole bunch of old toys, but I gave them to the upcoming generation in my family so they can have fun with them. But I had a bunch of old action figures from like the 70s and 80s. Oh, and there's pygmy swordtails in here too. Those are a wild type. They come from Mexico. And all the fish tanks in here are run off of one pump. This is a Cobalt backup air pump. And I really like this because, say, I'm going to demonstrate, my power goes out. That simulates no power. Now this will run for around 24 hours like this. And then this is the 10-second burst mode, which will make it last supposedly 48. The longest power outage I've had is 10 hours, but I do recommend them. See, everything stops for 10 seconds and then runs for 10 seconds. Yep. But it is a good, reliable filter. or air pump. I've got around 3 of these that run different tanks. And it has 2 outlets that go to a splitter, and that goes to all the tanks. Alright, over here we have the Betta tanks. These are my girlfriend's Bettas, or Bettas. This is Chicken. That is what she has named it. And there's a bunch of pearlweed and moss, crypts, all the regular stuff. Oh, and there's a dwarf chainsword. But yes, that is Chicken, because he kind of looks like a chicken with his big red fins. And then this is her wild Betta Embellis that she named Irene, because these are, I think the common name for them is the peaceful Betta, and the goddess of peace is Irene, from what she looked up. She's in there. Oh, she's all the way back there. Oh, and this is super cool. Here, I've got my Dr. Ricefish eggs that I've been kind of just whenever I find them in the rimless, I'll take them out, put them in some plants, and then I'll put all the plants in here. So hopefully I should have some. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's one. So there's some eggs in here. Hopefully I get some little Medakas soon. Oh. Oh, there's Irene. Oh, the lighting is so terrible. Alright, so that does it for the fish room. I've got one more tank. It's upstairs, and that is the rimless aquarium. And then I think I'll call that good because it's almost been an hour. And I think that's going to be a good test stream. Appreciate all of you guys who've stuck around. Oh, thanks, Tom. It's small, but we work with what we got. Alright, and this is my nano rimless aquarium in my living room. Sorry if you guys can hear the TV in the background. Oh, and the light is going to shut off soon. And probably in about an hour. So my CO2 has just shut off. See, the red light is off. Slowly gonna shut off. And now there's no CO2 coming out. Oh, there's still a little bit. But this tank does have CO2. Oh, I gotta mute the TV. Alright, that's better, right? There we go. And it is also powered by one of the lights. I have like 5 of those lights downstairs that are controllable. They don't need a timer, they have a built-in timer. And they have a bunch of modes. And if you guys haven't seen the unboxing and installment of the CO2 generator, it's working great. It's still holding just a little bit under or over 200 psi. And that is just citric acid and baking soda. And the system is not as expensive as a pressurized CO2 system, but this is a CO2 generator system. But I also added some glossostigma to the foreground and some red crypt spiralis in the back, both tissue culture. Those are my Medaka rice fish. Pearlweed, rotala, get nice and pink and orange. Java fern narrowleaf right here. And then in the back, that is a mystery Java. I think it's Trident because it's branching out kind of like Trident Java. And then this is a big floating clump of pearlweed just kind of sitting off in the corner for the rice fish to lay eggs into. And there's an otto and some mono shrimp and a nearite snail. And a lot of bucephalandra. Hey Eric, just catching up on the end. I'm gonna end it here pretty soon. Just wanted to test it out and go for an hour or so. Maybe next time I'll figure out how to copy and paste the link and see if I can't get a couple of you guys up here with me. Goldfish in 75 for with the red tail. I mean that's up to you, man. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. If it was to get the tank cycling with the Blackmore goldfish and the other goldfish, yeah. But I would not keep them with the red tail. No, sir. Besides, they need different water requirements. Those catfish like warm waters, goldfish like cooler water, and slightly harder water too. This is Ludwigia ovalis, Vesuvius sword. Mini bobitus in the back. Lots of boost though. Bucephalandra is one of those collecting plants. Yep, it's also just filtered by a little hang on back. And goldfish are bigger than her and will be in the pond shortly. That's good. Yeah, that catfish is still a little small. But man, they grow fast. I heard they can grow up to a foot in a year. I've always seen them when they're like that big at the fish store. Man, do they look cute. And outside you can see how much substrate I used. Let's see, this is some tweezers. Yeah, I used about 4 or 5 inches of substrate in the back. Laganandra meboldi red. Love this plant. Oh, there's an amano. Just chilling. Yeah, Angus, you're gonna need that 1,000-gallon pond here set up pretty soon, man. That 75 is gonna get small real quick. Oh, hey, Brian. Yeah, that figures YouTube is all weird and stuff, but that's all good. Did you see my comment about backbone? Not trying to start anything. I don't know what you're talking about, NKR. Unless you're talking to Furlough, Eric. Yeah, the Medaka ricefish I've been breeding in here pretty much daily. Been watching them. And so I figured out which ones are the males and which ones are the females for the golds. Let's see if we can bring this forward so you can see. Okay, so you see the gold Medaka right here. The anal fin is shorter, but it also has color to it. It's got a little bit of orange. But this guy, that's the male. They have a clear anal fin, and it's a lot longer. Female, male. If it'll focus. The white ones are still a little young, so I haven't really figured it out yet. But I have seen one holding eggs from time to time. Yes, I have, Eric. In your video. Ha ha ha. They do look very nice. I like the high dorsal they have. It looks awesome. Although I'm not much of a live bear guy, my girlfriend loves the live bears. I like the Medaka rice fish and Danios and Rasboras for little fish. I'm not really big into little fish. I'm more of a big fish kind of guy. I just, yeah. Like, I think the smallest fish I have are my Pygmy Sunfish or my Celestial Pearl Danios. Not sure. But my biggest fish would definitely be my Jack Dempsey. I like the Jack Dempsey. Need to get a 120 or a 125 so I can keep an Oscar. Oscars are so cool. I miss them. But like these little fish, they are cool, you know? So if you live somewhere where you can't have big fish, just get little fish. Nothing wrong with them. They do have good personality and very interesting behavior to observe. And you can create beautiful tanks with nanofish. It's a lot cheaper to set them up and get them running, filling them out with plants and substrate. The lighting is cheaper. Oh, your OB eye biter. So is an OB eye biter the same as a Malawi eye biter? I'm not sure. I don't know diddly squat about Rift Lake cichlids. Never kept them. I've got West African cichlids, Central American, and mostly Central American. I've got like 2 South American fish species. My electric blue cara and my sebrum. Ooh. Alright, so we're seeing how this 30-gallon cleared up after I did some maintenance on it. Uh, there's the Enigma Tachromis. They are now species only with just a few plecos. The one in the middle is the female with the bright blue fin. Oh, and she's starting to get some pink in her belly. And there's 2 males. Yeah, it can get expensive. Like my rimless tank is probably a little bit more high tech than it could be. I mean, it's the most high tech tank I have, and probably the most feasible way to do high tech if you want to do high tech. Because all these are just low light, easy substrates, eco complete. This one's just sand. Just sand and crushed coral. That's my little Midas. He's gonna be a big boy someday. I probably have to get him his own tank. Alright, tiger barbs from Dan's Fish. Yeah, I put one of those caves in there, so maybe I can get some breeding in here. Yeah. Well, I mean, most show tanks don't need CO2. I mean, it really depends on what you're trying to show. If you just want to do a display of Anubias and Java ferns and plants like that, I don't think you need CO2. But if you're trying to do faster growth, lots of reds, dense growth, CO2 is a must because plants just will not get enough CO2 free floating in the water column. And there is CO2 in your tanks. Very little, minute amounts. That's how plants are able to grow because without CO2, plants will not grow. They need it. All of them need it. But that's why those easier plants like Anubias, pearlweed, Java fern, they do well in no CO2 tanks because there's just enough CO2 in your fish tank to grow those plants. And if you have those nutrients available, they'll grow just a little bit faster. But once you get CO2, nutrients, high light, all those going and balanced, plants are just going to take off, get super red, short, compact, and look amazing. But yeah, we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes or so, so I think I'm going to call it good. If you guys want me to do another stream, maybe let me know and I'll try and figure it out to where we could do it weekly on a schedule because this does seem to be working and I do like this hanging out with you guys and talking with you guys. And hopefully we can get more. I can figure out how to drop the link and get people to come up here with me and maybe get some guests of other channels to come up and talk about planet aquariums or cichlid keeping. And if I ever am in a live stream, just ask me questions. I will do my best to answer them. And sorry if I missed any of your guys' questions. I hope I got them all. But I had a really great time streaming with you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day, night, morning, wherever it is, wherever you are. Never stop learning. Goodbye.